Juvia is a fantasy role-playing podcast where I, Scotty, act as your story master and supporting characters, while she,
Zephyrine,
acts as your lens into this story. Juvia is a world dominated by ocean, hundreds of islands, and thousands of cultures to explore. While there are many rules in this game, they all come second to the rule of cool. Last time, Ava and, he calls himself Tom, were planning what to do with the information that Tom imparted to Ava and also the murder they just watched. This is Chapter 5, First Steps.
all right, you damn cat, get back in here. I get up, push my seat away, and start going after the cat.
Okay. How quickly? What kind of pace are you putting on yourself here?
Pretty quick.
Fast walk?
Yes.
You come back here.
God damn it.
The cat looks over her shoulder and just moves into fast walk territory.
No, get back here! Get back here! Get back here!
Upon exiting the building, you see full sprint around the corner. Like, absolutely legged it.
Ugh. I go back into the bar.
As you enter the bar, you see your compatriot Tom exiting the washroom area.
Okay.
He's wiping a bit of sweat from his brow as he takes his hat off, wipes his forearm across his forehead, and puts his hat back on.
I stomp back over to my seat and sit down with great meaning and force and just wait for him to sit down.
He walks past you to the other side of the table, pulls his chair out, or seating implement?
Sure, stool.
Sure, whatever. Pulls his stool out, sits down with a plop, and lets out a, whew. I don't know what kind of place you're running here, but I got menaced by a cat in the bathroom.
That's your cat.
I don't have a cat.
That's the cat that stole my meeting note that you used to go in to try to talk to Walton Smith. That is your cat.
Okay, listen. I had the note, sure. There's no getting around that. Good luck, I guess. Fortune. The 5 winds blew favor into my hands.
Yeah, you're full of crap. Who's the cat?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Sure. All right, we'll worry about that later.
Should ask the restaurant staff. He seemed pretty familiar with how to get in and out of that bathroom window.
Never saw that cat until you. Now the cat's showing up all over the place. And you ended up with my letter. Yeah, that's your cat.
Well, sounds like you're doing a dot-to-dot out of order. Picks up and just takes a big sip off one of the glasses of beer that's sitting on the table.
Sure. Okay, anyways. All right. So, I guess first steps would be for me to write my letter.
Yeah, write your love letter to the commander.
Exactly.
But it can take some time. We don't know how far at sea he is, or if he's even willing to meet.
Which is why we need to send our letter now.
Agreed. Do you want to propose a meeting location, a time frame, anything like that? Or you just want to... I don't know how you normally deal with this guy.
Well, for the most part, the dealings have been... It was a long time ago, really, but... We'll just see what happens. I'll go on my intuition.
All right. Well, either way, if you want to send that, we should probably get out of here soonish. I've got a ship.
Why?
Well, I don't think these baddies are coming to us.
What are the provisions like on your ship?
We'll get by. I'm thinking the nearest place to us... Let's run down the list. So we got 2 churches here, or 2 church members. I don't have any leads on either of them. Walton Smith, we can check him off the list. So Crema's going to take us a while to get to. We got to go down and around. We got to go south of the harvest region, then cut up through it on a current that runs through there. That could be a couple weeks. Easy. We just saw Jamie Darnes. He's from what my information tells me is he's stationed on the Daedalus. That may or may not be true. You can ask your friend about that. He's
I
the
will.
captain of the Daedalus. Also, the Daedalus isn't here, and Jamie is.
Exactly.
And I don't think sailing out to the Vast is a wise idea right now, because that would take us about a month and a half, maybe 2, if the weather's permitting. So if we head southeast from here, we can take a main current around Harvest, and we're going to catch Barrel Haul on the way through.
Yeah,
right?
I knew where you were thinking. It is the closest, and I could have that be my first touch point with Commander Phillips.
Sure, whatever you think is best.
I think that makes the most sense.
I've been attacking this at an obtuse angle, trying to keep my distance from everything and just pulling threads, looking for leads, trying to figure out who the heck these people are. That's all I got so far.
Okay.
I don't know what stitches them together. I don't know what they're planning.
Well, we're trying to come up with something that just doesn't have enough information yet. You're creating scenarios. We have no idea what's going on. All I know is I watched someone get murdered by someone who's not supposed to be here. So, let's just take this one step at a time. First, after we eat, I'm going to need to see your ship.
Sure.
2, we need to get provisions. I need to write my letter. Need to come up with that time frame. 3, and lastly, anonymous tip to the head of security about Walton Smith and what we saw.
All right, let's make that one the last thing.
Right when we get on the ship.
I like where your head's at. All right.
But this can't go untouched, and this can't be unseen.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
I know I'm right.
Well, he just concedes the point as he just stifles his mouth by drinking more beer.
Wonderful. All right, let's eat. And then we'll do step 1.
What, write a letter?
No.
Oh.
See your ship.
Oh, yeah. Food arrives, meal concludes, idle chit-chat, topical stuff for the most part, stuffing face, having a drink, letting the nerves settle out.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. No meaningful conversation.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's go see the old girl.
All right. I slide a payment in kind and wander off behind you.
All right. So Tom leads the way. He's patting his stomach. What little stomach there is. This guy is, now that you've gotten a better look at him, you'd put him at probably somewhere between 38 and 42.
Okay.
A little bit of gray flecked in, short hair, a little scrabbly 5 o'clock shadow, if you can call it that. Very rail thin. A little bit of lean muscle, but probably a little too skinny for his frame. 2 hands, slaps the belly. Oh, I tell you what, they can cook here.
Mm-hmm. Yes, my family prides themselves on it.
Well, good for them. Good for them.
So, how did you acquire said ship?
Hmm?
Were you a sailor? Do you have a family that had boats? Shipping family?
No, I...
Win it in a bet?
Not a gambler, actually, believe it or not. I bought it with money, and I maintain it myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
To what end? What brought on the purchase?
Well, I think we both kind of were daydreaming about early retirement. I decided to take mine when I was done working for other people.
Okay. So you're entrepreneur? You do shipments for others?
No, not really. I'll help someone out here or there. If they want to toss me some coin, that's fine, but I mostly try to keep to myself. I just like to travel. Always been a sailor. When I was younger, I worked crews, captained ships, smaller ships, bigger ships. I don't know, I was just tired of doing it for somebody else, going where somebody else told me, doing what somebody else told me to do.
Understood.
This world's too big to just be running the trade routes back and forth.
Yes, I agree. You miss a lot.
Yeah, so I quit quite suddenly and spectacularly, and about 5 years ago or so, and I've been doing this ever since.
And you got embroiled in this mess.
As I said, be careful when you ask a witch for a favor.
Why would you ask a witch for a favor?
Desperate times.
Were you out of money?
It's not important what... why this... You know, you think things are important sometimes when you don't really think them through. This is the favor. And like I said before, I can't walk away. Blood magic.
So is that your blood?
What? Oh, he reaches into his pocket, produces the paper. No. This, might be my thumbprint on here somewhere, but no, this isn't. No.
Okay.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing this ship.
Oh yeah. She's a real one of a kind.
Does she have a name?
Grace.
Grace.
Yeah, or old Grace sometimes.
All right.
Yeah, it depends on how she's handling.
Lovely.
Yes. Okay, so are we walking all the way down to the...
Yeah.
Basically, just past the cafe where you were at the beginning of this day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, yeah, about almost an hour. Walk off the food. A little more idle chit-chat.
Sure.
No, nothing terribly meaningful in terms of conversation, aside from what we've done here.
Yeah.
So we're just going to skip ahead. Listener, you can look forward to a lot of, we're just going to skip ahead. Because a lot of the islands in this world are weeks apart.
And you run out of things to say after a few days.
Yes, one of my, as a DM, a little fourth wall here, might just be in the B-roll, this particular cut, but one of my least favorite things to do as a DM is travel time.
Oh, yes. It's awful.
It stagnates.
It does. And I have been a traveler before. You know, especially what I call like snail travel.
Mm-hmm.
You read a book.
Yep.
You take a nap.
Yep.
You're the one driving.
Mm-hmm.
You make a joke about the stupid town you just drove through called Critterville. And then you go back to sleep.
You've been to Critterville.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a bumper sticker there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then days pass before another meaningful thing is said.
Mm-hmm.
So
Somebody farts in a comical way instead of a tragic way.
especially when the windows roll down.
Well, moving on.
Mm-hmm.
So you pass the cafe, and maybe 2 to 3 minutes of continued walking, and you're stepping onto the transition from flagstone to boards that are on the main body of this particular pier.
Okay.
There's a couple of chutes for ships to be moored in.
Mm-hmm.
Tom takes a left, and he kind of walks all the way down to the end where some of the larger ships are, where you have to take a rowboat to get out to them. Stops at the end of the dock, and he puts his hands on his hips and smiles from ear to ear, beaming.
Okay.
There she is, as he sweeps his hand forward. Much to your surprise, this is a pretty nice-looking ship.
Oh.
It's maybe on the extreme small end of a medium-sized frigate or just a very large cog, which is a smaller ship.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like there's probably a decent-sized hold in it. Easily a dozen rooms below deck.
Wow.
Plus the captain's cabin.
Dang.
One main sail and one smaller forward sail. And it looks like there's a couple of people on deck getting things ready. Coiling ropes, tying things off. Looks like they're getting ready to begin the process of departure.
Well, my goodness. This is not what I expected at all. You have a crew.
What?
Is this not your ship? As I sweep my arm forward looking at the thing.
He kind of he looks at you, looks out at the ship, and kind of like leans his head next to your head to match your line of sight. Like, no, I see. And he kind of like turns you at the shoulder slightly to the left and motions forward. What you see sort of in the shadow of this ship looks like debris. Upon closer inspection, it looks to be about 2 or 3 pallets lashed together and a mop handle sticking upright from the center of those pallets with a sheet hanging limply from it.
You paid for this?
Paid for the mop.
And you have provisions for... You've been on the... This is not your ship. You are just pulling a cat's tail.
What? Okay, first of all, we got to talk about this cat thing with you. Secondly, it floats. Listen, if you can get good at sleeping sitting up, there is plenty of room for up to 3 people on this thing.
And this has provisions?
Well, you said we were going to get provisions.
Will it hold provisions?
Provisions will be the third person in this example.
You have been on the open ocean on this?
I'm a good sailor.
You are crazy.
Those 2 things are not exclusive.
I can rent a rowboat that looks better than this.
Okay, you know what? If you've got deep pockets, let's see what you come up with.
I don't want to disgrace Grace.
He just glares at you.
I am doubled, back, holding my belly, laughing at the sky. Tears are streaming down my eyes right now.
All right, we need a plan B then?
Yes.
All right, give me a minute. He walks, 30, 40 yards away, and he strikes up a conversation with a young man who's kneeling at the edge of the dock. Looks like he's working with some ropes, maybe tarring them. Maybe there's a loose strand or something. He's doing some sort of maintenance. And he chats up this young man. The young man kind of stands up, and they talk a few minutes. And it looks like they exchange something. There's an exchange of hands going back and forth.
Okay.
And then Tom turns around and walks back up to you.
Okay. I am still just, wiping a tear away. Yes?
Okay, we have passage.
On Grace?
No, on... And he motions to the ship you thought he motioned to in the first place.
Okay. Whose is this now?
It's just a merchant. They're running the tub current around Harvest, so we're going to be able to hop off at Barrel Hall. Okay.
What are we going to do with Grace? Are they going to put her up on the rigging so that they can take her like she's our lifeboat?
I've made arrangements. And he turns and just walks a few feet away and crosses his arms in front of him and just stares off into the middle distance.
Okay. Well, Tom, do we need to purchase any provisions for this ship?
No, it's paid for.
Food and all?
Yeah.
How much lodging space do we have? Didn't ask that part, huh?
He's looking at you over his shoulder and does not have an answer.
Okay. Who's the captain of the ship?
He turns back forward. Well, he turns away from you, which would be forward for him.
Okay.
And then turns back over his shoulder, turns his head back over his shoulder and opens his mouth and closes his mouth.
Okay. All right. Is that worker still on the dock?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I walk over to the worker, still laughing. Excuse me, sweetheart. Can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am.
My friend just purchased passage for himself and I on the ship.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the... I don't want to bother you with this. Can I please speak to the quartermaster or the captain? Unless you are one of those.
No, captain's on the ship. Quartermaster, he's down at the end of the dock. You see the man that's missing a leg?
Mm-hmm.
Black pants?
Mm-hmm.
Well, black shorts. That's Mr. Jones.
Okay.
Just tell him that you bought passage.
All right.
He'll answer your questions for you.
Thank you, sweetie.
No problem.
Walk up to Mr. Jones. He's got it back to me, I'm assuming?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Looks like he's chatting up a couple other people.
All right, I wait until their conversation ends, but I kind of stand off his shoulder.
Mm-hmm. As the conversation's winding down, he can feel you, so he starts slowing down as he's talking. And that's when I told her she was... Can I help you, darling?
Are you telling a story about your leg?
I was... How'd you know?
I'm an investigative reporter, sir. You look the type to tell wonderful tales.
His one eyebrow cocks at the mention of your profession, and he turns to face you and smooths out his eyebrows and tries to get his beard into a shape that it might normally be.
You look wonderful. Don't worry about it, Mr. Jones.
Well, let me... got something to write there, lass. I'll give you my first and last name and how to spell it, and I'll have to tell me ma. I'm going to be in the paper.
Actually, sir, my companion and I just bought passage for your ship.
Ah, the Duchess.
The Duchess.
Aye.
Okay.
Oh, she's fast, too. Where are you headed? Regardless.
Barrel Hall.
Barrel Hall. I will be stopping there to disgorge.
Wonderful. I was wondering what the sleeping provisions looked like.
Oh, the finest hammocks you've seen in a small frigate.
And how much space, how much can I bring with me? How much provisions am I allowed to bring with me?
Oh, what kind of provisions? We have a cargo hold for guests.
Oh, okay. Just clothing and certain implements that I might require.
Well, unless you're planning on moving the contents of a small castle, I think you'll find our accommodations quite adequate.
Wonderful. I just wanted to make sure we didn't purchase passage to sleep in a hole in the boat. So.
Dearie, what kind of ships have you been traveling on?
No, it's sorry. I've been fine.
I'll tell you, always fly a flagged ship.
Of course.
Always.
Of course.
Holes in ships. You know, they say holes in ships sink ships. Or wait, no, it was... Hold on, there's a joke here somewhere. I'll think of it later. We have plenty of time to talk aboard.
I look forward to it. Thank you so much, Mr. Jones. We'll see you in just a little bit.
Ah, of course. We'll be boarding here in about 45 minutes, so just don't be late, as we'll be leaving without you. Trade schedules to keep and that.
Great.
We
Thank
don't
you.
want to find ourselves without escort.
Thank you.
Of course. And he turns back to the group. So then, like I was saying, I told her that when... And just trails off as you walk away.
I walk up to Tom. Mm-hmm. All right, we've got about 45 minutes. I can't walk back to my place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a cab and go back and at least just grab up a certain amount of clothing. And then I will be back.
Well, good. I'm already packed, so I'll meet you back here.
Okay. Would you like me to put your sheet in my apartment?
I will take care of it.
Okay. So I go back to the docks and to the end of the docks and I hail my cab and I go back to my, it's like an apartment / townhome thing. Mm-hmm. So just, it's not far. I know it's not too far. It's probably between here and the restaurant.
Okay.
Because I wanted to, because that's based on trajectory. I'd like to have a house that's kind of more in line with where the library is.
Sure.
Since that's where I do a lot of my work.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will grab my cab and go back to my apartment.
Sounds good. Okay, you make it back to your apartment.
Okay.
Is there anything in particular you want to make sure you get?
Well, I need my my specific stationery.
Okay.
My stamp, like my little wax seal. Mm-hmm. So people know it's from me. Mm-hmm. And that's how I'm going to send a letter to Phillips. That's
sure.
how I'm going to make my correspondences through that. And then I have a second set of what would be considered specific stationery. That is more when I'm being anonymous. Mm-hmm. And I hurry up on the anonymous script and pen out what I saw at the library. Mm-hmm. With Walton Smith and perceived Jamie Darnes, who is not supposed to be here. Right. And then just anonymous. And I flip it up and I do my seal, not my seal, but the
just
basic,
a wax seal.
Yeah, basic wax seal.
Yep.
And it's very hasty, so it's definitely not going to come back to me. Mm-hmm. But I make sure I have all of my stuff, the things I need for my own journalistic investigations.
Yeah, your work stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
And probably a week's worth of clothes, and I'll just have to wash on the way.
Sure.
So,
Okay. And what's that packed in? Like a trunk?
I think it's going to be if I'm allowed to have some like, what will we call this? Like, give me some liberties.
Yeah, creative liberties? Yes.
Awesome.
You are telling the story as much as I am.
Okay, so I'm gonna have what would be a backpack,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will have like a little trunk that is on wheels
Okay.
that I can like it's like our wheelie ones,
Yeah.
but it's like it'll move
Yes,
around.
a modern wheelie bin.
Sure,
But for travel.
for travel. Yeah.
Okay.
So that stuff.
Sounds good.
And I lock the door and make a mental note to hurry up, ripped out another piece of paper to leave a note to my parents to take care of my plants. They always do. Like they just don't know I'm leaving. It's like an emergency.
Yep.
And I go to the neighbor
Mm-hmm.
and is my neighbor home?
No.
Okay. I leave it in her door like I usually do.
Okay.
When I have to book it quick.
Sure.
She knows what to do with the letter.
Okay.
And I leave.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Back to the docks.
I think it takes probably because I've done this a bunch of times, I probably have a chest already.
Yeah.
For this kind of stuff.
I'm sure you do.
So it probably only took like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Hail a different cab. Head back.
And then as I'm getting out of the cab, I hand the letter to the cabbie and ask him to put this in the post for me.
He kind of looks at you expectantly for a few seconds.
I hand him a coin.
No problem, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And does the thing with the reins and the horse goes.
Oh, I was hoping you'd say something crazy like an ostrich.
And the bulette takes off underground.
Okay. So back at the docks.
Yep.
I wheelie my bin over there.
Uh-huh. As you get close, a porter comes up and asks you if you have passage. Just checks your name basically off a list.
Yeah.
So up, they takes your bag up or your wheelie cart onto the up the gangway for you onto the ship.
Great.
And asks if you can take your backpack.
Yeah, I give it to him.
Okay.
I don't need anything out of it right now. As long as I know how to get to it, that's all that matters.
Yep. Takes it up on deck. You watch him, and he takes it. Looks like he's going down some steps into the deck.
Okay.
So probably a pretty common layout.
Yep.
There's probably a compartment somewhere that's just separate for passenger luggage.
Great.
And Tom is standing near the gangway waiting for you. He's just looking out to sea.
Okay. Did you get everything off Grace?
He just slowly turns and scowls at you.
I really don't know what you were thinking.
It's been working fine for me.
Yeah, for you alone.
You can fit 3 people on this thing.
Also, where is your food? Where do you sleep? How do you not fall into the ocean?
You just sit down and pitch yourself forward onto the mast.
Lash yourself to the mop handle?
I mean, only if it's storming.
That's what I'm worried about. It's a miracle you're alive.
Well, yeah, you got a point there.
I wouldn't want to weather a storm on Grace.
Yeah, it's
probably where the little gray flecks in your hair came from.
he kind of like has a moment of realization, like, and shakes his head as if to knock the thought out of it. Just,
oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, we better get going.
Sounds good.
He just plods up the
Yep, I
the
follow
gangway,
him
yep.
up.
All right. On the ship, you see there's about 3 or 4 deckhands moving about, quartermaster's there, and someone you assume to be the captain because the quartermaster is talking to him.
Okay.
And he's kind of like, pointing and like, answering questions and then asking questions back to the quartermaster, that kind of stuff. So you can make an assumption there. There's maybe a half dozen passengers, including you and Tom. So there's 4 other people here. They look like they're wearing higher end travel clothes. So these are probably people that are, just business types, consultants, probably not people out for like backpacking through Europe in scare quotes, so to speak.
Sure.
These are more people that look like they're probably smaller merchants that don't have their own ship.
Okay.
So the cargo hold is likely full, your best assumption on experience is likely full of product that these people are moving from island to island.
Okay. That makes sense.
Mhm.
Okay.
The captain and Mr. Jones finish their discussion, at which point the captain turns to everybody assembled on the deck.
Okay.
If I could have your attention, please. We're about to be pushing off from the docks, so make sure you keep yourselves near a railing. It can get a bit bumpy before we get past the breakers. Thank you. And with that, he just kind of goes and like makes a spinny motion with his finger in the air. The deckhands just boom, like army ants, get to work. They're untying lines. They're moving sails around. One guy's got a big long stick and he's pushing off the dock.
I always love watching this part, especially with a good crew.
Tom kind of turns and like looks at you a little surprised and a little quizzical, kind of a 50-50 mix of the two. And he kind of furrows his eyebrow and leans away from you a little bit and just kind of says, "Tell me more. What do you like about this part?"
Just to watch everyone move in motion. Everyone knows their job, trusts that the others are going to do their job, so they can focus wholly on their job. And everything goes smoothly, usually, barring nature and, disturbances.
I've always looked at it as like a ballet.
Yeah, exactly. They're doing a performance together.
Exactly.
Trust. It's a lot of trust.
Yeah.
You can always find the newest one, too, based on that trust.
A good crew will trust but verify.
Mm-hmm.
The new person knows what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's him right there. And he kind of like stealthily points to a young man on the crew. He goes, "Look at the other two. They're closer to him than they should be.
Mm-hmm.
They're both out of position for their ropes, but they're both adjusting and handling it.
Yeah,
And they keep casting glances. But if you didn't know what you were looking at, you'd never notice.
right.
It's a mark of a good crew."
Yeah. It's very cool to watch.
May have misjudged you.
Is it because I laughed at your boat? Or is it because I accused you of having a cat that steals things?
No, it's because you wanted to run into the murder scene.
Why wouldn't I want to try to stop someone from being killed?
Oh, he was already gone. You weren't doing anything to save him. You were just going to get yourself killed.
Mark of hazard doing my line of work is that I tend to put myself into positions that most people would find unfortunate, but I always come out just fine. Who knows what would have happened if I'd made it in? Maybe I would have done some good. Maybe I'd be dead. We'll never know now.
You'd be dead.
Well, I might know if that was Jamie Darnes or not.
It was.
I've never seen that individual, so I'm going off of what you say.
Yeah. Yeah. And he kind of nods and just sort of looks into the middle distance for a few seconds. I hate to acknowledge this fact, but we're going to have to trust each other a little more.
Like a good crew.
Like a good crew. Been a while since I had a crew. And you're the only other one on it, so I guess that makes you my quartermaster? Technically.
Sure, Captain. Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Okay.
Where's your cat?
Okay.
Every ship needs a cat.
Every ship does need a cat.
I bet that cat's on this ship.
How much you want to bet?
Oh, I have more money than you. Be careful.
That's okay, I don't gamble.
I guess it doesn't have to be money.
Okay, I could engage in a gentleman's wager.
Oh, well, look at me go. A gentleman now.
Truly, your standing is rising by the minute. What do you have in mind?
Let's see. If the cat is on the ship, you have to find me a bottle of coconut rum. I don't care where.
Coconut rum.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you're talking expensive stuff.
Well, it depends where you're at.
Well, where we're at right here, it's expensive.
I know.
Hmm.
I've gone where it just flows out of the trees, though, and it doesn't cost a penny.
Yep. Been there too. It's a long way from here.
That's where I'm planning to retire to.
Well, if funds are running short, and in the unlikely event that I lose this bet, which I won't, it may take some time when it's cheaper or closer to the source to provide it.
Oh, I simply said find it.
Oh, find it. Yeah, I can tell you where to find it. Give me a map.
I know where to find it. I want it now.
I see.
Now here. So you're going to have, this is what it is having to do my dirty work.
All right. Listen, there's that island starts with a T. I can't pronounce it. The witches.
Triak.
Yeah, that one. They make whiskey there that will blow your eyes out of your head. It is. No, listen. It is the smoothest thing you have ever had in your life.
Okay.
Ooh.
He says with a tremble in his lip.
Oh, look at this.
And a shaking in his chest.
I got chicken skin just thinking about it. There's a guy there that they got one guy that does this. It's all he does. Unbelievable. You ask me why I party with witches? They throw crazy festivals.
I've heard of them. What was they're on like the quarters of the seasons, correct? Because they're a seasonal people.
Yeah, they're agrarian.
And is this the guy who owns the only tavern on the island?
You have been.
I have never been there.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know of them.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. It's it's a place.
You can't be in my line of work and not know the things you have to know. I have a lot of scholarly knowledge about some things, and I have practical knowledge about plenty.
Gotcha. Well, I'll tell you what. Bet aside, we're headed into harvest. If our adventure takes us there, I'll introduce you to the Cask Master.
Cask Master.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What is the name of that inn? And I just kind of like look off like into a distance, like trying to remember what I've read.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And as Ava is lost in thought, and a devious curl appears in the corner of Tom's mouth, we leave you here. We'll see you next time in the world of Juvia.